Welcome to Classic Cooking with Karin.
We are going to be making no-bake chocolate oat bars with half a cup packed brown sugar,
3/4 a cup of butter,
teaspoon of vanilla,
a half a cup of peanut butter,
1 cup of chocolate chips, semi-sweet,
and 3 cups of quick cooking oats.
Okay. We start by taking a 9 by 9 inch square pan and spraying it with Pam. It's backwards. Now, we need to melt the butter in a saucepan over medium heat. Oh, the butter's already melting.
It looks like the butter
Here, let me just.
has started melting. It's about
Karin, what should I use?
halfway there.
Now, you can like chop this into little bits if you want.
It melts faster when it's in smaller
Okay, and now
parts.
it's Karen's.
So I'm just going to like break up the butter and stir it around. And it's almost there. It's only got small particles left.
Okay, is the butter almost done?
The butter is done.
Okay, good.
So now
Now bring the butter over here.
now
Now we have a handy cutting board here for hot things like butter.
and
Okay,
it pulls out this way.
now we will stir in the brown sugar,
Half a cup.
and the vanilla, which is 1 teaspoon.
I'm just gonna stir that in this nicely. And we will stir it until it's just like one thin liquid. Looks like it's nicely mixed. So now we're going to add in the oats.
Okay, now Karen's going to add in the oats into this pot. Oh, recipe show. What recipe?
And pour.
And stirring. My.
And if you have a pot about the size of ours, it'll get full, but it will not fully overflow, which is good news to those of you who have small pots at home.
No.
Stir, stir, stir.
I think it's good.
Stop. Stirring, stirring. Yay, stir.
Okay, now after we add the oats, we cook over low heat 2 to 3 minutes.
Going to bring this over to our stove and turn it on low heat.
And stirring while you're doing that, right, Karin?
Of course. We're going to slightly fold it over as we stir so it mixes better.
Okay, and then once she's done with that, we will be putting half of the mixture into the bottom of the pan, and the other half will be saved for something else.
That is included in these bars.
Yeah. Okay, now we need to start melting the chocolate chips. So Karen's going to do that, and I will stir this.
In order to melt the chocolate chips properly, we're going to take a pot about this size compared to your head. And put just a little bit of water in it. That's maybe a ½ inch deep. As you can see, there's not much water in there. And we'll put that over about medium heat, and then take another pot about the same size, see, same size, and place it over so it does not touch the water. And it looks like this strange mechanical device we have here.
And then you put the chocolate chips in, right, Karen?
Yes. Which I was doing.
Okay, that this mixture is all completed, we are going to put it into the glass pan. Of course. Okay, now we take half of this mixture and put it into the greased bottom so it forms kind of a crust at the bottom for the bars. Now this is about half. So I'll place this over here. And then I'll use a spatula, mini one, to spread it out so it covers the bottom completely.
And with the melting chocolate, we will add in our ½ cup of peanut butter. And just, add that in. Adding away.
How much peanut butter is it?
A ½ cup, like I said at the beginning. And then just mix it so that they're all kind of together and look like these beautiful things here. Beautiful.
Okay, now the bottom is coming along very nicely. It's completely flat. Now we just set this aside.
The trick to melting chocolate is that you can't let any water touch the chocolate. So that's why there's another pot on top of the water, so that that particular incident does not occur here in our kitchen. And so then we're just gonna scrape all that off the spatula. We are back in Kia and Karen's kitchen of classical cooking. And this is what our mixture looks like since our last viewing about 5 minutes ago. And you can see it's melting slightly at the bottom, and the peanut butter and chocolate will mix together into one scrumptious little mix.
Is it almost done, Karen?
It's about, I'd say, halfway there. This is probably the most time-consuming part of our yummy scrumptious bars that are yummy and scrumptious and bars. And yes, it's working out nicely. Now I'm just going to set it alone so that it has time to naturally melt.
Let's check on our chocolate chips, shall we?
Yes. It's nice and creamy, and you can see I'm having ease stirring through its rich creaminess, even though there are some slight unmelted lumps of chocolate yet. But they will melt as they get stirred into the hot chocolate. So underneath this, you can see that the water is boiling nicely. So that is what is keeping this pot nice and heated without any water in the chocolate. So looks like we're just about there. Got a couple of unmelted chocolate chips left. And just folding it over like this works nicely. And this is the beautiful technique. You just go like this.
Okay, now while Karen's finishing the chocolate chips, I'll tell you what we're going to do next. After those are done, we are going to put the chocolate and peanut butter mixture over the crust we prepared earlier. And then we will spread it evenly, really obviously. Okay, she's done.
So we're going to flick off that stove right there and remove our pan from the heat because that's dangerous.
Alright, would you like me to pull out the cutting board?
And because it is so very steaming, burning hot, I'm going to use these things that are used very much in our kitchen. That's why they're dusty. Pot holders, and they're rubber, so it makes a nice grip so things don't slip out of your hand. It happens in my kitchen. It's hot. And so we're just going to set that there.
Okay, there. Now we will spread it all over the crust really easily.
So,
okay, you tilt it and I'll scrape it.
okay, so we'll Kia scrapes.
Yeah, this will work. Okay, now move the pot forward. You want to get it evenly spread out.
I'll scrape it.
Okay, let's see. Now,
Tilt it. Yeah.
okay, now I'm going to start spreading out the chocolate. While she gets the rest of it, I'll scrape together. Now this is nice and creamy chocolate. And just to make a really good bar.
Yeah, so you have to make sure it's fully melted.
Yeah.
And if you're the kind of person who's very impatient with this type of thing, I would suggest waiting anyway, because
Well, it'll turn
they're
out
worth it.
It'll turn out even better if you wait the full time.
Yes.
Now just scraping the last bit of chocolate out.
So you want to get this bowl completely scraped out so that you have enough chocolate to go around, you know.
Yeah. You wouldn't want it to be too unchocolatey. That'd be gross. Now, while she is scraping the rest of the chocolate off, I'll go get the rest of the oat mixture.
And with some bars, they leave the top open and let the chocolate harden. Well, with this recipe, we like to have a nice crust on both sides, kind of like pie, and everyone likes pie.
Yeah.
So it works very well.
So now, I'm just going to place the rest of the oatmeal mixture on top to form a nice top crust. And Karin can spread it out.
And one of the nice things about having these rubber pot holders here is if you get something spilled on it, like this,
Chocolate.
you can simply wash it off. No washing machine required. So, I will be using this miniature spatula to spread around our top coat. And miniature spatulas are something you should really invest in because they're very handy for the small jobs such as this.
They're very, very easy for everything. And, you know, you can use them for other stuff. Like if you're just making a peanut butter sandwich, they make really good spreader outers.
They fit into small jars, which is very helpful. If the opening for your jar is small, it fits in nicely, like a bird fits in a birdhouse, you know? Small head, small hole.
No, I think it's well spread out. So
And
now,
it looks like this. And I know you're just drooling back at home.
okay, look at the size of it. You see the nice crust and the chocolate and then some more crust.
See, those layers? Layers are what make things just taste
Okay, and now
fantastic.
you have to put this in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours or overnight. And then you have to wait till it's room temperature to cut or else it'll be too hard.
And they work nicely for cleaning up small messes. Okay, these are the bars after 2 hours of being in the refrigerator and 15 minutes of being on the counter being room temperature.
And now we get to eat them, which are going to be good. Yay.
So, just gonna cut these.
Can I cut it?
The plate holder. They look the same. And so we're going to use this fancy cake spreader to get out 2 bars for the tasting. Yum.
Ooh, you got all the insides.
So, let's taste. That's good. I could eat these all day. Goes straight to my hips though, so can't do that. They're like sandwich cookies.
They're really crumbly.
But their taste is
Good.
awesome.
Now, tune in next time when we will be making another great recipe. And
In Classic Cooking with Kia and Karin. Hope you enjoyed our show, and tune in next time.